Good evening and a very hearty welcome to each one of you to this session in the ongoing series of sacred scripture, the Shiva Sutras. Let us prepare ourselves to dive into the sutras, and we can do this by remembering with immense gratitude the great masters of Kashmir Shaivism, through whom this wonderful knowledge was revealed, more especially to Swami Lakshmanju Maharaj. It was his effort and his teachings that made this knowledge available to all of us in English first and then in other languages. Otherwise, it was only known in Sanskrit. And the great masters had written commentaries only in Sanskrit. And when Master Swami Lakshmanju Maharaj was asked that, are you going to create a tradition by appointing a successor? He said, no, now it is no longer necessary. This knowledge has been made available to the whole world. And anybody who reads these scriptures and the commentaries, their lives will change. And when they are ready to have some deeper initiations, then the great masters will initiate them, or Lord Shiva will initiate them. So we are all assembled here as humble students, trying to fathom the secrets that are there in the scripture. So let us invoke the Guru principle by praying to the masters and soliciting their grace. So that we can bring ourselves up to the knowledge. The Sri Guru Gita says, Jnanam Gyeya Samam Kurya Nanya Pantha Ditiyaka. Bring the knowledge up to the level of that which is to be known or imbibed. There is no other way. And how can we do this? We can do this by becoming humble. By remaining in an attitude of prayer where we request the Master to kindly reveal what is necessary to us in a way that it works for us, and we rise in awareness. So just become aware of your breath. We will chant Om 3 times, and then we do the prayer. So breathe in and chant Om on the out breath. अखण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुवे नमः। Let us bow in our hearts once again to the great masters of Kashmir Shaivism. Sadguru Nath Maharaj ki jai. Once again, a very warm welcome to each one of you. In the last session, we had ended on a note which was thought-provoking. So just close your eyes and bring the first sutra to the mind. And what is the first sutra? Chaitanyam Atma. Just repeat to yourself. Chaitanyam Atma. Chaitanyam Atma. And what does this sutra say? The supremely free, divine, undifferentiated energy, Chaitanya, has become every form. We all know the three basic principles that operate. There is creation, there is maintenance and there is dissolution. Every form, as long as it is a form, which is differentiated, which we can decipher and distinguish from other forms, has a life cycle. It is created. For some time it is being maintained. And after its life has come to an end, it dissolves. Just like us human beings, we came here into this world from our mother's womb as babies. We have a form, we have been maintained, and when this life cycle ends, the form, which is made up of our 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, or space, this will return back to the elements. And this applies to this entire creation. But there was a time when this creation was not. And there will be a time when this creation will not be. Maybe this was billions of years ago, when this creation was not. And maybe there will be billions of years later that this creation will not be. But when that space was there was no creation. There was the potentiality, the energy, which had no form. And with creation, that energy became so many forms. And the drama of this world arose, these forms are being maintained, and these forms are dissolving or dying. And new forms are being created. And yet, this energy which has come into the form and is playing through the form remains aware and unaffected. It knows what is happening, but it knows that whatever happens to the form, it is not happening to this energy. And that is our reality. Through Chaitanyam Atma. The explanation or the translation was that Chaitanya is the supremely free divine energy which has become the form. But since this energy has become the form, every form is that energy. So we can turn the sutra around, Chaitanyam Atma, and say Atma Chaitanyam, Atma Chaitanyam, Atma Chaitanyam. And now you can use these two phrases interchangeably and say With the in-breath, Chaitanyam Atma. And with the out-breath, Atma Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam Atma. Atma Chaitanyam. Repeat with full awareness. Chaitanya is derived from Chetan. And Chetan is one who is sentient, who knows, who can experience. Do you know? This energy which is coming into you as your breath. So recognize Chaitanya behind as the motive power behind your breath. If any thoughts arise and if this thought comes that I am repeating Chaitanyam Atma, who is aware that you are having this thought that you are repeating Chaitanyam Atma? Or you are repeating Atma Chaitanyam? If a question arises, why is this gentleman making us do this meditation, repeating this sutra again and again? If you are aware of this question, ask yourself, who is aware of this question? Bring the quality of greater awareness to the simple action of breathing, to the simple actions of seeing, listening, touching, tasting. Become aware of the taste in your mouth. Become aware of the feeling of touch arising on the skin. See where your feet are placed, how your hands are placed. Are your fingers locked in any mudra? Is the spine being held straight? How do your shoulders feel? What is the kind of experience when you breathe out? Do you feel more relaxed? Search your mind. See what is bothering you in this moment. or in the last few days. This Chaitanya which is coming into you as your breath, direct this Chaitanya to this thought. Direct this Chaitanya to your fears, your anxieties. And as you breathe out, see how the fears and anxieties are being transformed by the power of Chaitanya. Become aware of this power of knowing the Chaitanya. Can you guess its age? The body has an age, but this Chaitanya within you, does it have an age? Remember your childhood. See how you felt at that time. And now, after so many years of having lived in this body, the body may have changed. But has the Chaitanya changed? Has the quality of Chaitanya differed? The quality of mind may have differed. Your concepts may have differed. Your likes and dislikes may have changed. But the one who notices everything, who makes you aware of everything, has that changed? Very, very gently open your eyes and bring yourself in the here and now. Just repeat yourself to yourself, Chaitanya Atma, Atma Chaitanya. Chaitanya Atma, Atma Chaitanya. Now let us have a few sharings. How did you feel through this practice? You can unmute yourself. Yes, Ati.
Very light, very light. Yeah, very light and calm.
काम एक चीज ये बताइए कि जो मैंने कहा कि चैतन्य कुछ तो है जो हमारे अंदर सब कुछ देखता है, जिसकी वजह से हम जान पाते हैं। उसकी उम्र क्या है? मैंने कहा ना कि बचपन में थे तो
बचपन में आया।
बड़े हो गए या कुछ हो गए, बड़े हो गए, शरीर बदल गया, क्या चैतन्य बदल गया?
नहीं बदला, नहीं
नहीं,
लगता नहीं।
चैतन्य नहीं बदलता है। ये चैतन्य है जो हमारे हर अनुभव को देख रहा है, हमें हर अनुभव का साक्षी है, उसके बारे में हमको बता रहा है। लेकिन हम अनुभव को देखते हैं, लेकिन जो उस अनुभव का साक्षी है, उसको देख रहा है, जिसकी वजह से वो अनुभव हमें पता लगता है, उसको नहीं देखते। तो सीधी बात यह है कि हम कहते हैं चैतन्यम आत्मा, कि डिवाइन अनडिफरेंशिएटेड एनर्जी is the form, is yourself. So the idea is that we have to learn to be in the experience of that undifferentiated energy. And that is why when we were exploring, this whole thought came of Mayimal, the power of illusion. I am so and so, the other person is so and so, this is my hand, this is my finger. This is all, it is all Chaitanya. But because we have associated with this form, we don't look at the Chaitanya which is behind the form. So this is Mayimal, power of illusion. And then there is Karmamal. Because of the actions we perform, I may think, oh, I am the teacher. And all these people sitting before me are my students. But that is the illusion. Again, because of this action that is being performed, I am forgetting both the things. I am forgetting that I am not a teacher, I am Chaitanya. And the very thought that everybody else seated here in this program, or those whose pictures I see through the screen, they are the students. That itself is karmamal. Because I have association with certain actions that are being performed, so there is a karmamal. So every moment there is an opportunity to go back to our true nature. But because of Maya and Kala, Karmamal is Kala. So we are trapped here in this world, and we remain trapped because we are not able to rise above this binding identification of Karmamal and Mayimal. So why we are studying this sutra is that we understand our bondage. We can get rid of something, or we can rise above our bondage only if we are aware of the bondage. If we are not aware, so we can live lifetime after lifetime as man, woman, Indian, I belong to this caste, that community, that thought, this thought. These are all identifications. But who is playing through all the forms? Shiva is playing. He is Chaitanya. So are we recognizing the presence of Chaitanya or the presence of Shiva, who is supremely free? And because we are identifying with the roles, I identify this role as a teacher. So what happens that I may think, oh, I know only this much. So the moment that thought comes, I can only transmit that much to you. When you think, oh, I am a student, I don't know, the Shiva Sutra is very difficult. then this very thought creates a bondage. And why? Because we are all have come from Chaitanya, and that Chaitanya is supremely free. And that Chaitanya also has the power to create the illusion. So within us, we are playing with that supremely free energy of Chaitanya, and we think, oh, I am limited, I don't know. I am identifying myself only with this particular caste or religion or creed or nationality, this, that, whatever. Our role, I am a father, I am a mother. We remain like that. That is also our freedom. Shiva has become us, and Shiva is giving us that freedom to choose. So we can choose to be free, go back to Chaitanya, and we can choose to be bound by just identifying with the power of illusion, the Mayimal, and Kala, the कर्ममल. इसीलिए जो है सूत्र था कि योनि वर्ग कला शरीरम. Last sutra we did was Yoni Varga Kala Shariram. Yoni Varga is we have been born out of this great goddess. There is some womb out of which we have come. There is some. We are being born. But we identify with that form. So because we are identified with the form, not the essence, that is illusion. And because we are identified too much with the kind of actions we perform, which have limitations of time and space and this and that, limited knowledge, limitation in time, limitation in space. So we behave like bound beings. And that is why in the Sri Guru Gita, the Lord Shiva says, what does he say? Gudha Vidya Jagan Maya Dehe cha Jnana Sambhava Udayo yat prakashena Guru Shabdena Kathyate. What is he saying? Ki Gudha Vidya Jagan Maya. Maya, the great creator of the world. But it is creator and it also creates the illusion, the power of illusion. So the veiled knowledge born of ignorance. So when it is behaving in the wrong direction, it creates ignorance. It creates bondage. It resides in the body. Jagan Maya, Dehe cha Jnana Sambhava. As Agyan, it resides in the body. Udayo yad prakashena. When this particular energy is known and it rises, Guru Shabdena Kathate. Then that is the power of the Guru. That is the liberating power of the Guru. तो यहाँ हम उसको क्या बोलते हैं? चैतन्य. चैतन्यम आत्मा. चैतन्य के पास जाएंगे, जितना उसके करीब पहुंचेंगे, गुरु कृपा से उस चैतन्य का दर्शन हो जाएगा और हमारा अज्ञान मिट जाएगा. Does it make sense? कितनी है ये इसी
Yes, sir,
फॉर्म,
yes.
हाँ, इसी फॉर्म में ये सारी चीजें मौजूद हैं. There is a supreme freedom to go to Chaitanya and become Shiva. To live in freedom as Shiva. And there is also the supreme freedom which gives us the right to remain bound, to live as human beings who are suffering. Like one lady said, oh, when I think of myself, there is so much pain. But your pure nature is bliss. So we are not looking our own Swaswarup, our own true nature. We are looking at limitations in thought, action and behavior. So because we are looking at, it is our freedom, it is free. Shiva is not forcing us to go to Shiva, the Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is not forcing anybody, that is a choice. So it is our choice, we can go there and find embrace freedom, and it is also our choice that we go downwards to we embrace the lower powers and get into entanglement where we will remain bound. So it is just a shift of our awareness. Everybody has been given the power of discretion, vivek. So we must decide. Like somebody had said that day that we should have a discussion on this, we should have a full session on certain things. And the thought that came to me was this particular instance from the Bible, where Jesus says that knock and the answer shall be provided. Now, the Guru can take you to that door, the teacher can take you to that door, but the teacher is not going to knock for you. So, spirituality is giving pointers. When we are traveling, we always look for road signs. So, spirituality is providing road signs. There are many people who are blind to the road signs. So what there somebody comes along and says, look here in this direction, this is a road sign. But after having seen the road sign, the journey has to be performed. Somebody has to do it. So how do we do it? It must become a burning quest. Nothing less than that is going to work. So anything that we do, everything that we do, we must think that is this thought in alignment with what I know. Is this word I am going to speak is in alignment with what is going to uplift me? Is this action that I am going to perform, is it going to be helpful in this direction? And the only thing that came up in the last session was that as long as we are doing with this desire for some reward, I want to become enlightened so that I may have some siddhis. I should be able to give Shaktipat like the great masters. It will never happen. Because you have to become empty. What did Buddha say? Bhikshu, empty your boat. So just be in humility, in an attitude of surrender, and empty your thought. The thought that I am a man, I am a woman, I am this, I am that. Just let them go. And when these things are gone, then grace will be poured. Something will happen. A miracle will unfold. Life will change. And after the life has changed, you will still do the same thing. When you feel hungry, you have to eat. If utensils are lying in the kitchen, you have to go and clean them. Devatas will not come from the heaven to clean your utensils. Everything will have to be done. Exactly I have been doing. But your awareness will change. So if you are doing some work, you will approach the work as if you are doing God's work. If you are talking to people, you will feel that, oh, I am talking to God. God has come to me in the form of this person at this point of time in my life. How do I speak to him? So life will change. But for that, this awareness and more awareness is the key. We must become more and more aware every single moment. Yes,
अभी
anybody?
अभी आप बता रहे थे तो दिमाग में न जाने कहाँ से आया, कभी सुना था कि अगर स्वर्ग चाहिए तो खुद को मरना पड़ेगा। अगर आप अगर आप मेहनत करोगे तो तभी आपको फल मिलेगा, कोई आपकी जगह और मेहनत नहीं कर पाएगा।
हाँ, लेकिन उसमें एक थोड़ा सा सटल डिफरेंस है कि मेहनत करोगे तो फल मिलेगा, लेकिन अगर मेहनत इस विचार से कर रहे हैं कि उसका फल चाहिए तो नहीं मुश्किल है। क्योंकि क्या होगा अगर उसका अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, अच्छा काम भी कर रहे हैं, तो पिछली बार भी मैंने ऐसा कुछ बोला था कि अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं लेकिन उसकी इच्छा है, फल की इच्छा है कि हमारा अपग्रेडेशन होगा, हमको लोग पूछेंगे, कुछ करेंगे, तो वो भी बंधन है। क्योंकि जब वो मिल जाएगा तो उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होगी, वो करना होगा, उसमें कभी कुछ चूक हो गई तो फिर उसका फल भुगतना पड़ेगा। Somebody becomes a big, leader or very powerful, say government servant or anybody. There are so many people working under him. Now that person may be very nice, but he is still bound by the actions of those who are subordinate to him. So if there is a desire to have some reward, and so that reward is going to come, but with that reward there will be greater responsibility. Now if there is a slip there, you may not make that slip. People who are below, who are carrying out your commands, they make that slip. You become responsible for them. So this is how the karma works. So how do you become free? So take refuge in Chaitanya. I don't know anything. I am just pure being. This energy, this supremely free divine energy of God that is operating through me. And I will behave like that. I will flow. So if something good happens, I am not responsible. If something bad happens, I don't choose. Because I see there is a choice comes through our belief systems. Somebody becomes, so much rooted in ahimsa. There is a concept, no? Let's say ahimsa. Ahimsa nahi karni chahiye. Now if you are too much attached to the concept of ahimsa, then tomorrow you meet a gunda on the street and he has to be straightened, but you will say the concept will come back. You cannot hit him, you cannot resist him. You have taken the vow of ahimsa. So never take any vow. If a person is flowing in Chaitanya, so when a situation arises, he will act spontaneously. He will give that fellow two slaps and things will be alright. Because he is not in the slap. He is in the appropriateness. So in the appropriateness of the moment, slapping that fellow is necessary. And there is no violence there. Because this slap is coming out of the need of the moment. He is not caught in any concept of hinsa or ahimsa. There are people who are caught in the concept of hinsa. I was listening to a debate. So some geo-analyst or somebody, he said, what is power? Power is your ability to create violence at will. So create violence at will. But you are you are putting your will into that violence. Beware. So that for that you have to prepare, you have to do things. Then because you are preparing yourself, doing it so much over and over again, thinking about violence, how do we create violence? Your mind is getting vitiated. So you are programming the mind into violence. So that is why the best thing is you are neither here nor there. You are in the flow and do what is appropriate. Nothing is good, nothing is bad. The concept is bad. It is always bad. Any concept. Because no concept is good. So this is, I felt, that last, I normally don't watch my own sessions, but the last session I watched, so there were some very interesting, these things that come up in the question and answer. So I thought maybe it's good to take some of these things. Because we are not here just to finish a syllabus. There is no point in doing all the sutras unless we are able to really understand some of the finer points. And as I said in the beginning, that these sutras are so strong, so powerful, that if you understand one sutra, any one of us, if we understand one sutra and put it in our life, we will be through. You don't have to read the entire sutra. See, in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has given all types of yogas to Arjuna. And poor fellow still did not get it. So finally what did he do? He showed him his cosmic form. And said, see, my reality. And then what did Arjuna do? All his questions disappeared. And he started praying to the Lord. And he said, oh my God, I have so far been, telling you that you are my friend, you are my sakha, you are my this and that. You are so totally different. And in a moment, he was transformed. So teachings failed. All the teachings that Lord Krishna gave, they failed. But when he gave him the direct experience, the form, the energy, his doubts disappeared. So these sutras are like the cosmic form of Lord Krishna. You embrace one sutra, read it over and over again, and contemplate. The magic will happen. Reading or intellectually understanding all the sutras is not needed. Of course, it feels good, because if you read them and learn them and understand them, it makes one feel good. But we are not here to feel good. We are here to transform. And transformation comes with some kind of walk. It is like walking on fire. So we must be prepared to do that. So that is why I thought I had another sutra ready. But I thought let us get into some of these things.
भाई साहब एक चीज और पूछे,
हाँ बोलिए जी।
ये आपने अभी मेडिटेशन जो आपने मेडिटेशन जो किया था हमने, उसमें एक चीज पहली बार मतलब 60 इयर्स 70 इयर्स के बाद दिमाग में आया कि वो आपने कहा था चाइल्डहुड से अब तक का एक्सपीरियंसेस हमें अक्सर याद रहते हैं, बट ये फर्स्ट टाइम फ्लैश किया दिमाग में कि कौन एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है उसको देखना।
वही है, एक
ये
ही
तो बहुत बड़ी बात है, ये तो कभी सोचा ही नहीं।
आपको लगा, आपने कहा ना 60 वर्ष के हो गए, लेकिन क्या वो चैतन्य 60 वर्ष का हो गया? नहीं, वो तो वही है जो आप बच्चे थे, स्कूल में जाते थे झोला लेकर व्यवस्था।
कौन एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है इधर तो कभी सोचा ही नहीं।
तो इसीलिए इसमें अभी एक सूत्र आएगा
जी,
जिसमें वो कहते हैं ज्ञानम जागृत। ये बाद में आने वाला है, लेकिन आपने ऐसा सवाल उठा दिया था। तो व्हाट इज जागृत? तो हम जागृत का मतलब क्या कहते हैं? हमारा जो वेकिंग स्टेट, वेकिंग, वी आर अवेक in this moment and now, and all our senses are functioning, we are seeing, we are hearing, we are listening, so we think we are awake. But according to Shiva Sutras, we are not awake. We are Jagrat. ज्ञानम जागृत, कि जागृत अवस्था में जो कुछ मिला है वो ज्ञान है। लेकिन वो शिव सूत्रों में तो कहा ना, ज्ञानम बंध है। तो हमारा ज्ञान क्या है जागृत अवस्था में? मैं आरती को देखता हूँ, आरती हमको देखती है, तो जो बाहर है हम उसको देखते हैं, उसको जानते हैं। लेकिन जब मैं आरती को देख रहा हूं तो मैं ये आरती है, लेकिन अपनी विस्मृति हो गई, मैं कौन हूं ये बोध नहीं रहा। आरती ने बीपी गौड़ को देखा तो उसने यहाँ बीपी गौड़ दिखता है, लेकिन आरती का अपना बोध, आरती किधर गई, वो बोध नहीं रहा। तो इसलिए जो जागृत अवस्था का ज्ञान है वो पूरा ज्ञान नहीं है, क्योंकि उसमें अपना स्वस्वरूप जो है वो खो गया है।
कैसे आप
इसीलिए
पाएंगे?
यह बंधन है। इसीलिए हमारे शिव सूत्र में कहा गया ज्ञानम बंध है। जो कुछ तुम जानते हो, इंटेलेक्चुअली समझ रहे हो, अपनी इंद्रियों से और मन से देख रहे हो, वो बंधन है, क्योंकि उसमें तुम जो देखने वाला है उसका ज्ञान तो सम्मिलित नहीं है, इसलिए बंधन है।
सही बात।
तो ये रहस्य की बात है, लेकिन ये समझ में अगर आ जाए, जिस दिन भी समझ में आ गया, तो फिर मुक्ति के रास्ते पर आदमी चल देगा कि वो कौन है जो हमारे हर अनुभव को देखता है। हम स्वप्न देखते हैं, तो स्वप्न में क्या है, ये जागृत अवस्था में बाहर की चीजों को देखते हैं, तो बाहर की चीजों का स्वरूप है कि ये माउस है मेरा जिससे मैं कंप्यूटर ऑपरेट करता हूं, तो इसका स्वरूप है, इसलिए देख सकते हैं। जो कुछ है वो देखते हैं, उसको समझते हैं। उसकी और भी व्याख्या हो सकती है कि जो देखते हैं वो सच नहीं है, क्योंकि हाँ, अभी मैं अमोल को देखता हूं, तो अमोल को 30 साल से देख रहा हूं, 32 साल से। तो बच्चा था, आश्रम में मिलते थे, उसके प्रति एक प्रेम है, तो उसको देखते ही एक भाव ऐसा आएगा, और ये तो अपना बच्चा है। अब ये इंटरप्रिटेशन आ गया, अमोल चैतन्य है लेकिन उसको देख रहे हैं तो हमारे मन ने उसको गढ़ दिया कि ये हमारा बच्चा है, तो ये बंधन हो गया, क्योंकि उसमें जो सुप्रीमली फ्री डिवाइन एनर्जी उसको हम नहीं देख रहे। तो यहाँ जैसे जितने लोग हैं सबके साथ कुछ ना कुछ संबंध है, उमा जी के साथ कुछ संबंध है, और माइती जी के साथ कुछ संबंध है, आपके साथ कुछ संबंध, तो हर एक का जब जब देखते हैं तो हमारा मन जो है उसको तुरंत कलर कर देता है अपने उस कॉन्सेप्ट से। तो उस कलरिंग का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, अब वो दूसरे के लिए कुछ अलग हो सकता है। मैं अमोल को बस बच्चे के रूप में देखता हूँ, आप लोग नहीं जानते होंगे तो आप उसको एक पार्टिसिपेंट के रूप में देखते हैं। तो बहिर्जगत में, बाहर के जगत में जितनी चीजें हैं, थिंग्स इन द आउटर वर्ल्ड, दे कैन बी परसीव्ड बाय डिफरेंट पीपल एट द सेम टाइम, बट दे आर परसीव्ड डिफरेंटली. My experience of a particular thing will be different, and your experience of the same thing will be different. So there is differentiation. What Shiva Sutra in the beginning says, Chaitanya Atma, undifferentiated energy of God is, and supremely free divine energy is the form. So as long as we are associating with the form and not with the supremely free divine energy, we are behaving like bound beings. We are not free. Take the स्वप्नावस्था, थोड़ा आगे आएगा लेकिन अभी बताता हूँ कि स्वप्न में क्या देखते हैं. So we see forms. Are these forms in the real world? No. Because when we wake up, we don't see those forms. They disappear. So these are creations of the mind that are playing. Now in the waking state, our experience of ourselves is not there. That is why that knowledge is not true, or it is incomplete. But in the dream state, when you see a dream, you see, oh, you are walking through a beautiful valley. Maybe in some lifetime you have gone to that valley, that some impression is embedded there, and it comes up as dream. Or some memory, it's playing up, you see that memory. But what is there? It is temporary. When you see something in the real world, this mouse is real. It is here, very much there. It will not go away so easily. It has a lifespan which can be defined. But when we see the dream, the lifespan is very short, instantaneous. तो भी सपना था और अभी नहीं था. We don't remember. In the real world, what I am seeing, if I am holding this mouse, everybody can see this mouse. So the same object can be seen or perceived by everybody else because it is in the outside world. Of course, different people will see differently. Somebody who is having, very sophisticated mouse, he may say, oh, why is this gentleman having such an ordinary mouse? So, mouse is the same, but it can evoke different ideas. Somebody who has not seen a mouse at all, he will say, oh my God, how is he calling it a mouse? It is not a mouse. So, different people are going to see things differently in the waking state. But when you are watching a dream is your own exclusive drama. What dream you are seeing, I cannot see. And what dream I am seeing, you cannot see. It is our own drama. Now see how the dream is different from the waking state. In the waking state, you know what is on the outside, but you don't know who you are. In the dream state, you don't know anything. What is on the outside, that also is not known. It is so temporary, it just disappears. You don't even, most of the time, we don't even remember the dreams we see. And our own awareness of our own being is also not there. It is just through experience. So if you see yourself walking through a beautiful valley, you can, later on, maybe after you have come out of the dream, you can feel, oh, I'm feeling very good. There must be something nice. Sometimes you may remember that I saw this valley, but you will not be able to place that valley. The experience will be there, but the sensory experience will not be there. It is just in the mind. It's a feeling and perception. And your dream is exclusively your dream. It cannot be somebody else's dream. That is your domain. So this is how it is. Then comes the deep sleep. So in the Jagrata Avastha, it is the Sattva Guna is prominent. Because you are seeing, experiencing whatever. There is something more tangible to it. But in the sleep, it is just your vikalp, perception, sankalpa vikalp. Some may like something, you may not like something. And that is how you experience. And it has a very temporary existence and it is your own thing. You are experiencing or enjoying through the mind. You may find that you are eating the best, sweetest rasgulla on this planet, but there is no rasgulla. When you wake up, that rasgulla is not there. Then comes the deep sleep state. So, vikalpa is known as vastu shunyo vikalpa. The object is not there and yet you see the object. That is vikalpa. So this is your dream. Then in this deep sleep, there is absolute loss. The outer world has disappeared, the inner world has disappeared, even your own remembrance of yourself has disappeared. Everything has disappeared. So that is tamoguna. So in the waking state, it is sattva-guna. In the dream state, it is rajoguna. Through the action of the mind, you are experiencing something. The mind is moving and you are experiencing. That is rajoguna. But in the deep sleep state, it is tamoguna, absolute darkness. So if you bring the light of awareness to deep sleep, then you can enter Chaitanya. तो अगले सेशन में फिर आगे कुछ लेंगे. लेकिन इसके पहले वो थोड़ा सा देखेंगे कि एक सूत्र है ज्ञानाधिष्ठानम मात्रिका. So we will explore that ज्ञानाधिष्ठानम मात्रिका. And then there comes a point when they say that Shiva Sutras say that by differentiating between the various states of waking, dream and deep sleep, you can find the fourth state, the Turiya state. So how can we do that? And it is good to understand it, but is there some practical way we can do that? That is something we will do. So far so good? So just close your eyes. And once again go back to this sutra, Chaitanyam Atma. Atma Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam Atma. Atma Chaitanyam. Or just be established in the awareness of your breath. And with the breath, connect to the energy within. That energy which has no age, that energy which is pulsating in every cell of your body. That energy which is present in all functions of your body, your senses and your mind. But which is not dependent upon these functions. This energy is present everywhere. It is pulsating everywhere. It has not only become you, but it has become the chair or the bed in which you are present. It has become the room. It has become your mobile or your computer. It has become the sense of hearing as you listen to what I am saying. It has become your family, your friends, your neighborhood, your loved ones, and also those who challenge you. Feel the vibrations. And as you just contemplate this oneness with everything around you, see how different parts of your body begin to vibrate with greater force. Because you are connected with the supremely free divine energy of God, Chaitanya. Chaitanyam Atma. And this Chaitanya is ever fresh. So tomorrow morning, if you see the sunrise, do not have or do not assess the sunrise in terms of the memory of sunrise that you have. As you look out from the window, just see the sunrise. It is a new sunrise. If you are going to have your food after this program, take your time to experience the food in your mouth, on your tongue. Align with the Chaitanya in the food. If you happen to wash your feet before going to bed tonight, as you put water on your feet, experience how your feet feel as water is poured on them, how the water trickles down between the toes, how the sense of freshness is transmitted to your mind. Anything you do, bring greater awareness. And this is a sure way to get closer and closer to the experience of Chaitanyam Atma. Let your eyes open slightly. Become aware of the people on your screen, if it is possible. But whomsoever you see, feel that everyone is an extension of Chaitanya. See how when we get closer to Chaitanya, the breath becomes more subtle, yet more powerful. The mind becomes free of thought. And there is a newfound energy. This greater energy and centeredness you feel, this comes from Chaitanya, the supremely free divine energy of God. And the closer we get, the more freedom we are going to experience. Very, very gently begin to bring yourself out of meditation. It is important to come out slowly, because if you come out with a jerk, it will be difficult for you to go within the next time. Bring an attitude of gratitude to the great masters of Kashmir Shaivism and to all the great masters, for they have this great gift of Shiva Sutras. So let us end with this prayer. Chaitanyam Shashvatam Shantam Vyomatitam Niranjanam Nadabindu Kalatitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om